Thank you, everybody, for joining me. My name is Fem, and we are getting back into some Noble. We're going back into House Sapwood this time because we just did Salister. Now we're moving on to House Sapwood. And with House Sapwood, we do have more options. I really do. Yeah. I actually do understand what you're saying about. Like, I saw somebody's comment saying that they would like to see like an event where like you can have two of the kids like talk to each other. They do have pastimes now, so they can spend some time with each other. I don't know if it gives them traits, but they can spend time with each other. The kids can. So you do have that as an option. So for the person who asked about it, they do kind of have that as an option. I don't know if it gives them traits. It might. So there is that as an option. We are following Morgana's line because she's, way up here. So we are going to continue following that. This has gotten into a pretty big family. So, all right. So we do have a particular person. His stats are not very good at all. I am not going with him. I'm sorry. I refuse to go with somebody with those low stats. That just, no. We need better stats than those. So I don't think we need to trade. Well, I could get more money. That wouldn't be a bad thing. Who would be best at this? I'm gonna send Maviva. Let's send Maviva. Okay. We're gonna go for a year and then we'll stop, like we normally do. We've been going for a year lately and stopping because when we've gone for 2 years, we've missed a lot of things. Like usually some of these would just disappear, and I don't want that to happen anymore. So we're going to try and make sure that doesn't happen. So let's see if this does come with... Oh, it does come with a trait. There you go. Locked away in the dimmest corridor of House Sapwood, Galatea IV and Henlot II attempted a dreary game of dice. With Galatea IV sighing after every roll and making even the dust motes consider leaving for brighter pastures. So it does give him a trait. So now Galatea is gloomy. So you do have that option. So for the person who was wondering, there you go. How did this go? Malige, as the shrieks of Pegasa III echoed through the House Sapwood estate, a robust, legitimate girl arrived, while nurses endured a barrage of insults about their cold hands and incompetent towels. Meanwhile, Helomius II preened nearby as the self-proclaimed proud parent. Yay, we got a Pegasa IV. Well, Pegasa's name has gone pretty good. That's actually nice. Malige, as the incense choked the air at the funeral, Esmond III kindly surrendered their seat to a weeping courtier and spent the rest of the ceremony holding the priest's hand so they wouldn't faint. Cool. My liege, amidst the opulence of the house Isehenwood court, Lulasia IV relentlessly pursued Cornelium II, ultimately charming them with tales of dragon slaying and pie baking. Oh, he was blushing. They actually look really cute together, I think. Now betrothed, one can only wonder if it's love or strategic pie alliance. Oh, we all know it's the pie. We all know it's the pie. There's no question about it. Noelle, you're going to go. How did this go? Malige, while haggling for honey and a suspiciously magical-looking apple. Maviva II was so dazzled by Masson's juggling goats that half the coin vanished in a blink. Yet astonishingly, a mysterious chest of glittering jewels arrived at House Sapwood's gates by evening. Okay, that's pretty good. How did this go? During the visit to the House Salister estate, Nigelmus II shared a secret recipe for stew, causing Bricerix III to swoon with delight. His culinary diplomacy dramatically boosted House Salister trust towards House Sapwood. Okay, cool. How did the conquest go? Malige, with an uncanny knack for outmaneuvering Tulaga II, Galatea II led a daring midnight charge, forcing House Isehenwood to scamper off after losing most of their banners and a soldier or two. House Sapwood potted with a purse of gold, bribing a local mapmaker who couldn't read maps. How can you call yourself a mapmaker when you can't even read a map? So Agnia II died. Don't know who that is, but intriguing. It's still happening, so we haven't finished, I guess. Darn it. Well, they'll be in that for a little while. It is what it is, I suppose. Okay, so this is... So we have a young girl. I'm gonna send you to go do that. Maybe that'll work. And then you, Rarilla the second. Who do we want to... So you have someone already married off in your family. Both of your siblings are already married off Merlin. Let's go Esmond. Okay, and then we have babies. Now we have to deal with the babies. So Maviva, you're gonna go deal with that one. Estrine, you're gonna go deal with that one. And then, let's see. Ooh, Galatea, you're gonna go deal with that one. Nothing more, okay. Alright, let's keep going. Alright, we made it. So we now have this, so I'm gonna send... I could send some of the kids that need to be married. I'm gonna send a couple of them. How did this go? Melige, with a flourish of vows and a cake large enough to double as a portress. Lulacia the sixth and Conliam the second ended the wedding in matrimonial bliss. A harmonious union was sealed, despite the towering cake threatening to topple onto the priest. How did this go? With the scaffolding still clinging to the grandest tower, like an anxious barnacle, Godrance II paraded through the not-quite-finished halls, loudly declaring House Sapwood's impending greatness to every curious onlooker, ignoring the gaping absence of roofs and doors, naturally. House Sapwood had become more well-known among other houses. With Picasso II supervising every misplaced stone, Godrance II managed to shake hands and share pleasantries with every builder on site. Masons now swear the royal wrist is softer than fresh mortar. After calmly instructing the panicking nurses and keeping their wits sharper than the midwife's scissors, Bina II delivered a robust boy, while Conan beamed with pride and promptly dropped their goblet onto their own boots. Where did that happen? Alright. No, that's not where it happened. Right? No, because that's not the one. There it is, right here. Conan. How did this go? Melige, as the shrieks of Benna II echoed through the House Sapwood estate, a robust, legitimate girl arrived, while nurses endured a barrage of insults about their cold hands and incompetent towels. You now have another baby girl. Yay. So Benna, so she had 3 boys, and now she has a girl. Wow. All those boys. Amidst the laborious groans and the anxious pacing of Falco III, Guinevere quietly delivered a healthy, legitimate boy. Too bad we couldn't get Guinevere married to Arthur. Or even Lancelot, if we had a Lancelot. She's now meek. But we have a Falcor. Alright. We do have a Geoffrey III. Lisa would be perfect for him. Because I don't believe I have anyone else. Nope. That's all I've got. And the stats are actually pretty decent, honestly. Yeah. Yeah, I think they'd be perfect. I'm going to have your mother help you with that. Well, I'll send Petfist to help. Maybe he'll help. I don't want to really go off, but I suppose we'll have to split at some point, you know. 'Tis life. Okay, so nothing happened at the hunt. How did this go? Melige, in a bold display at the courtship. Esmond III juggled 3 flaming torches while reciting epic poetry, thus winning over Rarilla II's heart and securing an engagement. Good job, Noelle. Can you go help them? How did this go? Aerial antics amidst the pheasants. As the feast at the house Lunawood estate reached a fever pitch, Scarlet stunned all by somersaulting into the hall, narrowly avoiding a flying roast pheasant. With goblets clinking and a merry band playing, Omitas II couldn't help but be impressed by Scarlet's audacious antics. This unorthodox display has certainly cemented a newfound trust. My liege, in an unprecedented turn at House Alistair's court, Lisa wowed the gathered nobles with a peculiar courtship gift, a live chicken to ward off bad spirits. This bold move enchanted Geoffrey III, leading to their engagement, much to everyone's bewilderment. The mismatched dance. Ooh, I don't remember seeing this one. It was a night filled with merriment, gowns, and the sweet scent of desperation as Picasso II, the valiant chaperone from House Sapwood, found themselves in a most peculiar predicament. As the gentle music played, Picasso II was swept onto the dance floor by none other than Geoffrey III, a desperate bachelor from House Salister, the one who's getting engaged to our other. Sure. The mismatched pair twirled and stumbled, their steps out of sync, but their spirits high, leaving the entire court in stitches. Truly a dance to remember. Okay. Sure. How did that go? My liege, after single-handedly patching up a breached wall with little more than stubbornness and a suspiciously convenient pile of mud, Nogarius left House Winchester singing praises and promising to name their next goat after Nogarius. During the conquest, Galatea II tripped over their own sword, managed to impale Leo Warlet II, much to everyone's confusion. Turlaga II limped away with shattered pride, leaving House Eisenwood fuming and their army looking like a plucked chicken. Okay, so he's not part of us because he is part of House Eisenwood. So accidentally killed someone. Of course, the trust lost. Made progress against Turlager. Okay. And at least it ended. Yay, that ended it. Oh my gosh, thank goodness. But poor Galatea died. I am sorry. Let's have your granddaughter to go to your funeral. I would have your daughter, but... Malige. After Leeson and a ragtag gaggle, bandits tried to relieve Rossowis III of their purse. A vigorous wrestling match ensued. Okay. So she managed to get it. I couldn't send Zane. He's not old enough for that yet, but it would have been interesting. Avagina. She's got pretty good stats. She might be a good match for Merlin. I do have some over here. Yeah, I think she'd be a better match for Merlin, honestly. Yes. I'm gonna have you go for that. We have loyal, devoted, confident, devoted. We kind of lost some of theirs. I don't care. It's fine. All right, do we have anyone to go do this? Yes, we do. Henlemis, go ahead and please do that. Do we have anyone who can do this? Anyone who can possibly... Nope, I guess we don't have a count available. So I'm going to send Zoe to go help you. You are a baroness. I don't know. Do we have a count? Galatea was a baroness. Petfis was... Yeah, Petfis is our count. I don't know. Do we have any other counts in this family? 2 baron titles? No, I guess we don't. What do you know? We don't. All right, well, let's keep going. More. Ooh, he's a count. All right, pause. He is a count. Ooh, masquerade. I'm definitely going to be using the masquerade. All right, so let's see what happened with the ones that finished. After a priest with an unfortunate lisp finally pronounced Esmond III and Rurula II wed, and they got a mysterious chest filled with a bunch of things. That's so cute. You guys can do that. Gonna have Estrine help you with that. How did this go? Malige, after an exchange of vows, the nearly set the priest's beard aflame with their sheer awkwardness. Joffrey III and Lisa managed to tie the knot, grinning as though the gods themselves had dared them to enjoy it. During the wedding of Lisa and Geoffrey III, an inebriated servant mistakenly dropped a heavy pouch of gold on Joseph's lap. Okay. Oh, and he already has a kid. This is his... Oh my gosh. So he... This is the one... is the father of Zane. So he was with Morgana at one point. Oof. What do you know? That's intriguing. As the solemn funeral of the dearly departed Galatea II drew to a close, Galatea IV made sure their exaggerated lamentations were heard by every guest, somehow boosting House Sapwood's reputation amidst the grief-stricken atmosphere. And let's see, now who is this trying to go to? Petfus. He has to have wit, so his wit is really high. Your wit, not so much. Do we have anybody with high charisma who could take this? Rosawis might be able to. Lulasia might. Maviva could probably too. I am going to put Rosawis in there. And then how did this go? Malige, with a wink and a poem so dreadful it nearly wilted the court roses. Merlin managed to win Avagina's hand, much to Falco II's horror, and somehow House Feminwood's trading ledgers have not recovered since. I'm going to send Zane to go to that because I just think it's funny. Why did it send Norgarius to it? It does the weirdest things sometimes. I don't have account available, and that's Petfus. He's currently busy building a stupid castle. Oh, he's helping Godrance build a castle. That's what it was. Couldn't remember. Is he account? No, he's Baron. I was like, wait, is he account? And it's like, nope, 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 nope. Edmund, why are you in a duel, my dear boy? Why are you in a duel? Nolan, you can go help with that. Sangaris. Do I have anyone who would be very good for you? I do have 2 young maidens. Your stats are decent. I'm gonna give you to Scarlet. Scarlet, have Pagolsa help you with that, please. And then you... Godrance, I'm gonna give you up to this. There's only 1 female in here, though. And I'm gonna send a street in here. So there's only 1 female. All of this. So many guys. Oh well. Oh well, let's keep going. Oh no, Gonolphus. I mean, at least you had 3 kids. Well, technically you only had 2 kids. This is a previous marriage. So, yeah, you only had 2. After a stunning display of 4 smiles and cold clammy hands, Merlin and Avagina were reluctantly bound in wedlock. And never thrifty aunt, okay? Oh, they went straight to baby making. Good on you. Who can help with this? I'll figure that out in a minute. Melige, while wandering the muddy paths of House Sapwood, Henlomius II announced a count's surprise inspection, prompting peasants to hand over every last goat, barrel, and trinket for fear of a second visit. Okay? The miracle of cordiality. In the depths of their sickbed, Morgana the Fourth decided to host a grand party to lift their spirits. Surrounded by friends and acquaintances, Morgana the Fourth warmly welcomed each guest with a genuine smile and a sincere concern for their well-being. Excuse me. As the night progressed, a remarkable transformation occurred. Morgana the Fourth's illness miraculously vanished, leaving everyone in awe of the power of kindness and cordiality. It became evident that by spreading joy and goodwill, Morgana the Fourth had not only uplifted their own spirits, but also experienced a remarkable recovery. Good job. How did this go? Beneath the less than charmed gaze of Norlin, Edmund III launched a bolt straight through Salolin, whose last act was to sneeze so loudly even the crows paused mid-peck. Mediation evidently was not the priority of the hour. Oof. Well, intriguing. The coin purse compensation compromise. After a lengthy debate involving 3 huffy uncles, 2 ancient scrolls, and a suspiciously heavy purse, Petfus IV quietly slipped into Galatea II's empty seat. As the master of ceremonies waved a crumpled list, a pouch of coins for smooth succession found its way into Petfus IV's hand. Reginald from House Salister attempted to object, but tripped over their own words in a stray candlestick. Well, Miss and Morgana to go help with him, because she's good at that. How did this go? Courtship. Amidst a whirlwind of giggles and fluttering eyelashes, the courtship, Scarlet dazzled Sangaris III with tales of House Sapwood's irresistible charm and economic prospects. Smitten, Sangaris III agreed to a betrothal, thus boosting House Eisenwood's trading clout. How did this go? My liege, after a serene stroll through the rose gardens and a competitive game of chess that ended in a draw, Joffrey III spent the day charming Lisa without raising their voice once. Not even when the swans devoured their picnic. Yay! And it got them. I don't know why you ended up getting into a duel, my dear. That is not what you were supposed to do, Pagolsa. In a chaotic world of noble rivalries, and power plays Philosia the Sixth defied expectations and peacefully brought a healthy girl into the world. But she's already named, so... My liege, while strolling through the rose gardens, Esmond III and Marilla II discovered an abandoned pouch of coins under the stone bench, and after debating its ownership for a suspiciously short time, decided to invest the windfall in even more wine and sweetmeats and to boom. Get pregnant. I am happy with that. Go for it, girls. Have you help with that? Estrine, please help with that. Dang it. I'm gonna have you go to that. Okay, so we do have Avina the Second, which has really good stats. So what gentleman do I want to give you to? We have 4. We have Nigelmus, Godward, Edmund, and Marcel. The oldest one is Nigilmus, but no one in these two have been married. Oh, no one's been married in this one. She might get married. Honestly, she's the closest with Marcel, so I'm going to give her to Marcel. All right, let's see. Who do we got who can help with this? I'm going to have Rosalis help. And Zoe help with that one. Okay, there's no more. Okay. I don't have a count who can do this right now, do I? I don't have a count. I have no count. Nope. Cannot do it. Okay. I guess we shall just keep moving along. But again, we got plenty of babies. And stop. Is Zane old enough? No, he's only 12. During a heated quarrel at the house Sapwood estate, Esmond II halted mid-insult to offer Quinn a goblet of wine and a compliment on their dreadful taste in hats, even though Horace looked confused by such cordiality. The thunderous quarrel echoed through the house Sapwood estate as Quinn snatched the last morsel of roasted boar, ignoring Esmond II's pleading eyes. Truly nothing shouts selfish like hogging all the best bits. Well, okay. Malige, after calmly instructing the panicking nurses and keeping their wits sharper than the midwife's scissors, Avagina delivered a robust boy, while Merlin beamed with pride and promptly dropped their goblet onto their own boots. Yay! Good job! I'm glad I got him married. I'm happy for that. I am not going to click on that right now because we're not over there. A purse dropped and no vows forgotten. Okay, so we've seen this one a lot. So Sengaris III and Scarlet sealed their union with broad grins and a heavier coin purse. And straight to baby making, you guys. Amidst the laborious groans and the anxious pacing of Geoffrey III, Lisa quietly delivered a healthy, legitimate boy. I still can't believe he's the father of Saint. It's so funny. I'm waiting for the masquerade. Gonna wait for that one, last. As the halls of the house Sapwood estate echoed with the screams of childbirth, Marilla II heroically brought forth a healthy, legitimate baby girl. Defying the pain and insults hurled at the nurses, Edmund III couldn't be prouder. Good job. How did this go? Astonishingly, Pegasa II and Clawis II both managed to miss each other with every bolt, leaving the local servant to clean up the mess of splintered arrows. I think the last thing we have is, the masquerade, and that. Amidst swirling masks and more awkward dancing than a barnyard at moonrise, Strain III found themselves paired with Ranling II. Seeing an engagement before the punch even ran out, House Sapwood left clutching a hefty crate of rare spices, courtesy of a mysterious wager. I said courtesy. Okay, so he's... Okay. I'm going to send... Falcor to go deal with that. Or deal with it. So the other one I sent did not get anything. Again, there was only one other female in there, so makes sense. So I need to get someone for you. Ooh. You would be perfect. I mean, you just had a baby, so it's not bad. All right, so we do have someone who can go do that, and I'm going to have your wife go with you because why not? All right. Where's that Emless? Honestly, the castle thing I'm going to leave alone. It'll pop up when it pops up. I'm just going to leave it alone for the moment. Okay. All right. Do you have anything over on this end? Not really. So what do we got for the babies? After an impressively noisy ordeal involving enough screaming to wake the dead, Guinevere brought forth a robust, legitimate girl, leaving Falcor III limp with pride and exhaustion. Good job, sweetie. Against all odds in the suspiciously slippery dance floor, Strain III and Renling II exchanged vows without a single relative fainting. At the wedding feast of Strain III and Renling II, Falcor IV spilled a goblet of wine straight into the lap of Jonathus III. Okay. And somebody got sick. After spending a day cajoling peasants for their pitiful coppers, Sangarus III returned with empty pockets, but an impressive reputation for persistence. Apparently, House Sapwood is now famous for collecting dust instead of taxes. Rude. In a spectacle of unmatched charm, Marcel wooed Avina II with tails so tall they could touch the clouds. And she's cute. The impressed chaperone, Leo Warlet, which didn't we kill Leo Warlet II? I think we did. Nodded approvingly, sealing an engagement and fortifying bonds between House Sapwood and House Isenwood. Good. Do we have... She does not look 16. She looks so much younger. I'm going to bring you. You're going to go to that. So we do have Mycella. Oh, she's... Ooh, look at her stats. So good. Her stats are so good. Petfus. Or over here. We do have... You're actually not that good with these guys. You're so much better for Petfus. I'm going to give you to Petfus because, honestly, the match there is just so much better. I'm going to send Galatea, Hanot, and you. Zoe, go deal with that, please. You're annoying me with that stuff. Stop getting into duels. Sick. Nick Gilmas, I'm going to have you help with that one. And Estrine, I guess you're going to help your husband. Fabulous. Let's keep going. And stop. More baby making. I'm good with that. Keep doing the baby making. I want you guys to keep doing the baby making too. How did this go? Melige at the jubilant wedding. Marcel and Avina II exchanged vows, blissfully unaware of the calamity to follow. Meanwhile, a mischievous pigeon dive-bombed Edmund II with a well-aimed pastry, leaving an icing-induced scar that will surely become legendary. You two can have a rendezvous for me, please, and thank you. How did this go? Melige, while Godrance III fired bolt after bolt with the enthusiasm of a child chasing geese. Paenga managed to reload the crossbow exactly once, prompting a servant from House Isenwood to yawn so loudly that even the squirrels seemed embarrassed. Well, it doesn't seem good, so nothing happened there. How did this go? In a bold display of the courtship, Petfus V juggled 3 flaming torches while reciting epic poetry, thus winning over Mycella's heart and securing an engagement. She's cute. Good. Send Conan to go for that. Alright, so we do have a Walelman III. Rossowis could potentially go with him. We do have some girls over here, but Rossowis seems to be the match, I would say. I'm going to send your grandfather with you. So who can we have help with this? Rossowis, you're going to help with that one. And then the second one, who's going to help with this one? Well, Maviva, you're going to help with that. And we have another one. I'm going to send Lulacia for that, and somebody's sick. I'm going to send Godward for that. Okay. I'm going to send some of you to do that, and this... I guess we'll send Edmund to go help your son with the duel he's in, I guess. And there we are. People keep getting into duels. What is with getting into the duels? Stop it. Melige, outside the House Sapwood estate, Hetman III and Ranling Joseph exchanged so many crossbow bolts that they both ran out. Good. After a day of over-enthusiastic archery and questionable poetry beneath the apple trees, Marcel and Avina found romance. Yay. No baby so far, but that's okay. They'll get it. Amidst the uproar and merriment of the feast at House Feminwood, our dear Emlys IV swiftly excused themselves, fleeing from the raucous crowd as if the very walls were about to collapse, to the bafflement of Alanling II, Noel Coward. Okay, so she didn't like that. In a truly unforgettable rendezvous at the sunless end of the House Sapwood Gardens, Esmond III and Marilla II attempted to read poetry aloud, but mispronounced every word. But the baby-making still happened. As the shrieks of Lulacia VI echoed through the House Sapwood estate, a robust, legitimate girl arrived, while nurses endured a barrage of insults about their cold hands and incompetent towels. Yay. All right, so we have a new baby name. Let me find a good name for this one. Let's see. Just kind of want to go with that one. Let's do Stella. Bella. Sorry, couldn't resist. The House Sapwood estate was shrouded in an oppressive hush as the Strain the Third birthed a legitimate boy, refusing even a hint of joy. Okay, how did this go? After weeks of coughing up more phlegm than Tavern Winch's tankers, Nigelmus finally succumbed to the illness. I'm sorry. We lost Nigelmus. I am not going to remarry Estreen. I'm not going to click on that right now because I don't want to. Milesian union sealed with far too many toasts. Petfitz the Fifth and Mycella wed beneath banners of House Sapwood. Yay. Only discovered jewels. Yes. Amidst the cacophony of wails and screams, Avagina, I don't know how you pronounce that, but whatever, Avagina, valiantly endured a treacherous pregnancy and successfully gave birth to a healthy, legitimate girl. Good job. Oh, there's an Avagina. Mlige, as the bachelors of House Alistair fumbled over their words and tripped over their feet, Norland remained a relentless person, defending their charge with unwavering determination. After Rosawis III interrupted a hoppus with a burp loud enough to silence the entire House Alistair Hall, Willelman III, either smitten or seeking retribution, agreed to an engagement. Good. Oh, you are close to being married. I should have. As the walls of the House Sapwood estate echoed with the agonizing moans of Gunalfus II's illness, they openly displayed their cowardice by whimpering at the sight of a mere leech. Have you ever seen a leech? They're not that pretty. However, much to everyone's surprise, Gunalfus II has miraculously recovered from their ailment. Cool. Good to hear that. So, not going to do that. Okay, so we only have one. Morgana, can you please go collect dues? We need someone to help this pregnancy. Honestly, everyone over here is really good at it. It's hilarious. Moes II. Ooh, really good stats. Esmond Joseph might work. He's bald. Why does he look like that? Oh, and there's Gullo over there. Okay, so I'm going to go with you, sir. Emless, can you help with that, please? Thank you. Why is everybody getting into duels? Like, this is, like, constant. All I'm seeing is people getting into duels. Why are we getting into so many duels, guys? On the manicured lawn outside the House Sapwood estate, Godwin's III and Adenilna both ran out of crossbow bolts. Good, so it was a draw. As Godward II attempted to impress the servants with tales of dragon slaying, Siggy and their ragtag band swiped a pouch of glittering coins straight from the coach. Okay. How did this go? As the halls of the House Sapwood estate echoed with the screams of childbirth, Ribilla II finally expelled a squalling bundle of joy. Good job. So we have an Esmond. And we have more babies. Is Picasso going to help with that? Actually going to have you help with that. And then this one. Ooh. Again, I could just have Mafiva help with that. Okay. How did this go? In a dazzling display of diplomacy at the courtship in House Winchester, Henlant II serenaded Maywis, the second with a charming tale of dragon saving, prompting engagement. Oh, she's a cutie. I think they'd be cute together. There you go. Get him married off. I was just about to click on that. I'm like, nope. After a suspiciously lengthy exchange of vows and a priest who nearly nodded off, Willelman III and Rosawis III emerged triumphantly wed, beaming at each other as if nothing could possibly go wrong for at least the rest of the day. Oh, Nogarius died. Do we have any? Yes, we do. You're going to go to your grandfather's funeral. Thank you very much. How many? We have more girls than boys. Oof. So Zane can't get married in here. I'm going to put Zane in here because I do want him to get married. So I can send Morlin, Samuel, Godrance, Joseph, and a bunch of them over here. You've had at least 3 people in your family get married, so I'm not really that worried. You've only had one. I think I'm going to send Samuel. We also do have one here for Reginald. Pretty decent stats. His wit is so high. I'm going to give you to Gola. And Gola, your mom is going to supervise. Okay. Let's go for another year. And there it is. Yep. The castle thing ended because I ignored it. Why did I ignore it? Because I wanted to. Because then this will happen anyway. So we would be losing this family. So Pagasa we would be going with. Okay, so we know Morgana. We're still with Morgana at least. So it could be Pagasa with this huge family. Or the small one here. We would still keep Maviva. So if we do... I think we lose our count. If we don't take this one, we lose our count because we have 2 counts in that one. No counts in here, and I don't think we have any counts over here. We have Baron. Yeah. So I'm going to go with Pagasa just because of the count titles. I would have gone with this one. I have done the ones where, like, personally myself, I've gone with smaller households and it ended up dying because people didn't have babies. And this was me playing by myself. So be forewarned, if you do the smaller household, it can end very badly for you. So there's that. Just be forewarned about that. Okay, how did this go? In a spectacular display of unluckiness, Lulasia the Sixth managed to trip on a root, miss Firebolt, and still humiliate Ternager, who now wears a shame like an ill-fitting tunic. Even the local crow looked embarrassed on Ternager's behalf. Good job, sweetie. The miraculous trampolining incident. Okay, so Henlomius just decided to go trampoline. And he managed to recover. Good. The heir arrival. This is not our heir, but sure. As the moon hung high in the night sky, the halls of House Sapwood were filled with a symphony of labor screams. Scarlet proved once again that they are socially inept as they made their way through the delicate process of childbirth. With a few accidental slabs, countless apologies, and a momentary misstep into a disgusting chamber pot, Scarlet emerged triumphant, holding a baby girl in their arms. The heir has arrived, ladies and germs. Scarlet. My liege, with an ungodly amount of groaning and screaming, Lisa had a difficult but successful delivery, giving birth to a healthy, legitimate boy. Another boy, so we get to rename this one because, well, we all know the reason why. Felix. I don't think I've used that name yet. But you, my liege, the halls of House Sapwood, his state echoed with the screams of childbirth. Guinevere finally expelled a squalling bundle of joy. She brought forth a healthy, legitimate son. She has just been baby-making like crazy. So I'm going to name this one Rhett, if I can spell it correctly. Oops, hitting the wrong button, guys. Can't see past my mic. I apparently cannot see past my mic. After an exchange of vows involving misplaced rings and a goat that absolutely did not belong in the chapel, but always is welcomed, had not the second and Mavis the second left the ceremony arm in arm, beaming. Yay, good job. How did this go? Miraculous recovery through dumb luck. Lying on their deathbed, Zoe was on the brink of joining the great beyond. But fate had other plans. As they sneezed violently, a gust of wind blew through the open window, knocking over a vase filled with healing herbs. Why you would have a vase filled with healing herbs, but not use the healing herbs, I don't know. The shattered fragments infused the air with their medicinal essence, miraculously curing Zoe. Truly a recovery through sheer luck. And through sheer weirdness that you had that in your room. After a grueling collection tour of the muddy estates, Morgana the Fourth, second Sapwood Baroness of Fallowmere, discovered every barn and stable suspiciously empty, yet ever resourceful, managed to shake down a few peasants for shiny coins hidden in their boots. In a rare display of tranquility, Norgarius III sat serenely at the funeral, paying respects with a calm demeanor, while avoiding the priest's sermon like it was an overcooked stew. Meanwhile, the rest of House Sapwood were far less restrained in their grieving. What, were they loud and obnoxious? Ah! I don't know. During the courtship at House Alistair's court, Gola II outpaced every suitor in the dance, leaving Reginald II gasping for air. If that wasn't enough, they also wrestled a bear for entertainment, proving their unmatched vigor. Despite fierce competition, including a suspiciously radiant maiden from afar, Gola III charmed Reginald II with a heartfelt poem about lost chickens, prompting immediate engagement. We always knew the farm animals are the way to a man's heart when courting one in this game, that is. Courtiers were left agape as Gola III finally shared sweetmeats with rival maidens, earning universal admiration. Let's go, Quinn. You get to go to that I was going to say that funeral. Sure, it's a funeral. That funeral! That would not be good if it was a funeral. Let's see. Oh, Russellwis, please help. Thank you. Thank you, darling. I do have a Richardus II. Ooh, nice stats. So, who's the oldest? Emlys is actually the older in the group. So for that challenge that somebody mentioned to me, I want to do that on a fresh run. So for the challenges, I think I'm going to do a vote for the challenges. So I'm going to put a poll up there in our post, in my posts on there, and I'm going to see which ones you want, and then I'm going to put another one to see which household you want me to do it in. And I can theoretically do it in House Sapwood or House Salister, but it would be a new start. And I am going to change it for that one. That is not going to be endless. That one is just going to be the regular amount of time for that one, because I want that one to, be a special time. So I'm going to put those votes out there and you guys can vote. I will probably put it out tonight. Just so you guys can vote. We're going to vote for the challenge because I've gotten a few ideas for challenges, so I'm going to try that. And then we're definitely going to vote for which household you want me to do next. And this is not going to be the endless. This is just going to be for the 200 year length for the special, for the 100 subscribers special. So I think that's what we're going to do. All right, so let's see. So either Emlys or Noel. Emlys is the oldest, but he seems to have a better rapport, or he's it's a tiny bit more. I think he's looking for, is he looking for fortitude? No. What is he looking for? Fortitude. Okay, I was right when I said fortitude. I'm going to do Emlys first because no one in this family's gotten married yet, and all of her siblings have married, so I'm going to do it here. And I'm going to send Edmund to go help with that. So that's how it's going to be. Okay? So we still have to marry these two off, but most of their household has already been married off. Godwin's is still left, and Joseph is still left in this household. But look at how many, and they've already got kids, so I'm not really that worried about their line ending. But I kind of want Godwin's name to continue, though. Pegasus' name is already continued, but I do need to get Godwin's married. This one, Nigelmus is already dead, so I should probably get Nigelmus married as well, so I can get his line going. And I was getting someone married off in here. Edmund, I do want to get him married because he's namesake. Maviva's not going to have another Maviva, unfortunately. Maviva's name is ended right here, but she married into the household, so it's not really a huge deal. But okay, let's move on. Go to the next year. Oh, another one. And stop. Patrick just shook into it. It's like, I'm ready. I pressed drop, no vows forgotten. Yay! So Reginald II and Gola III sealed their union with broad grins and a heavier compass. Good job. I'm going to have you guys do that. I'm not going to do that quite yet. Okay, I'm not going to do that one yet. I want to do all the other things that I can do first. As the shrieks of Estrine III echoed through the house Sapwood estate, a robust, legitimate girl arrived, while nurses endured a barrage of insults about their cold hands and incompetent towels. More stuff happened. So we now have a Renling and an Estrine. Not sure what happened over there, but something did. We'll take a look in a minute. The house Sapwood estate was shrouded in an oppressive hush as Vina the second birthed the legitimate boy, refusing even a hint of joy. She looks very happy to me, so... Meanwhile, Marcel paraded about, grinning like they had personally invented infants. We now have a Marcel the second. How did this go? Melige, after dazzling the house Winchester Hall with a speech about goat breeding and bribing a few courtiers with an emerald hairpin, Amnes the fourth secured Richardus II's hand in engagement, though the coin purse now feels suspiciously lighter after the festivities. I don't care. Rilla, you get to go to that one. Again, this is the house we're leaving, but it's okay. I'm getting her married off, because this one had not gotten any married, so I'm just kind of continuing their line. So, okay, let's go and see what happened here. After a whirlwind of mistaken identities and far too much spiced mead at the masquerade ball, Samuel somehow found themselves betrothed to Agnia and managed to win a decent pouch of jewels in a very questionable dance contest. Ooh, she's countess, yay. Ooh, very good stats. Ooh, good choice. Good job, Samuel. After drawing the shortest feather from a blindfolded goose, Zane found themselves engaged to Bene under the masquerade ball's sacred contract. So we got our bastard child married. In a fit of celebratory confusion, a crate of rather ugly ceramics was mistakenly delivered to House Sapwood. She doesn't have a title or anything, but that's fine. Oh, okay. She's probably cute. I'm going to send you to that one, and... Renling, I'm going to send you to that one. Okay. So, we need... Okay. I need this. So, I'm going to send you to go deal with that one. Tiffany one over here. Rossowis for that one, and... Benna for that one, because I want you guys to have a kid. Okay. And so even doing this, sometimes it can end badly. We've kind of seen that recently. So be forewarned, if you do that, you can end up losing one of them. So yeah, it doesn't always turn out as well as you hope. Okay, so we need, I believe, a count for this one. Is he busy? Petfitz, please go do that. And then take Henlot, I'm going to say. Do we want to do this? Do we have anybody who would really be good at it, though? Who would be a good captain? We have one person so far, which is Henlomius II. And I believe we have Aviva, which would be really good at it. But I like having her free for all the pregnancies and stuff. So I don't want to use her. But Henlomius, I also want him free because I want him to have more with Pegasa. But they haven't really had any more. So I'm going to do that. And I'm going to use Maviva. Who are we going up against? I'm sorry I did not pay attention to that. House Chermisap. That's fine. I'm okay with that. Really am. I'm going to use Lulacia and her husband for this because they're going to leave anyways. Might as well. All right. So I think that's all we got other than the competition, which we can't do a tournament because we don't have anybody available. So there we go. Go for another year and stop. Who do we have? Ranalot. Ooh, good stats. Morgana. Ooh, but he's 35. He can still have kids. I'm going to give him 2 Morgana, and I'm going to have your father help you with that one. How did this one go? Liege, as the priest stumbled through the vows, Zane and Bene exchanged rings and glum glances, sealing an unhappy union, while Janethus III somehow managed to fatally bean Brunetta with a poorly aimed celebratory goblet. Fabulous. But, they're going to leave. No, they're going to leave because they're part of... Because it's Joffrey's kid. That's so weird that they would leave, though. That sucks, man. That sucks. In a chaotic world of noble rivalries, Empower Play Scarlet defied expectations and peacefully brought a healthy girl into the world. Ooh, flower. Okay, so we get another flower name. Let us take a look at the list and find a good name. I do have a lot, so let me get down to the one. Let's go. Let's go lavender. I actually really like the smell of lavender. But I will say I actually have a shampoo and conditioner that's lilac smelled. It's so good. During the wedding of Emlys IV and Richardus II, an inebriated servant mistakenly dropped a heavy pouch of gold onto Rilla III's lap. Okay. With a flourish of vows and a cake large enough to double as a fortress, Emlys IV and Richardus II ended the wedding in matrimonial bliss. Good job, you two. I'm happy to get you guys wed off before you leave us. Yeah, because you guys are leaving us, right? Yeah, because it's these guys we're keeping with. But now you should be able to continue this line, at least. I didn't get anyone for Godward, though. How did this go? They had a great rendezvous. Good. Didn't result in kids, but that's okay. They had a great rendezvous as well. Beneath a bird-infested tree. Oof, that does not sound pleasant. Malige, in a union sealed with far too many toes. Samuel and Agnia wed beneath banners of House Sapwood, only to discover that House Isahen would pack their chests with enough jewels to weigh down 3 donkeys. What about you? After calmly instructing the panicking nurses and keeping their wits sharper than the midwife's scissors, Marcella Sapwood delivered a robust boy, while Petfus V beamed with pride and promptly topped their goblet onto their own boots. We now have a Petfus the 7th. I was going to click the wrong thing. After a serene stroll through the rose gardens and competitive game of chess that ended in draw, Wilhelm III spent the day charming Rossowus III without raising their voice once, not even when the swans devoured their picnic. Oh, darn it, nothing else happened. Amidst the laborious groans and the anxious pacing of Merlin, Avergina quietly delivered a healthy, legitimate boy. Good job. Another boy. More names. Let's see. This one I thought was a really interesting name. I never thought of this, but Cinnabar? That's an interesting name. So Morgana the 4th has now passed. I would send Morgana, but I'm going to send Victoria because it is her grandmother. Archery. Okay, they had a good time, good rendezvous. I mean, I probably have an option for someone, but the last time I did this, we lost a title, and I don't want to lose very many titles. Baron titles, I'm not really that worried about losing. It's the count titles that I don't want to lose. And those are the ones we seem to lose a lot of. If you know what I mean. She might be really good at it, but we've learned that sometimes even though you're good, your stats are very high, it means nothing. So I'm not going to do that. Again, it's going to be in a special. There they go. Bye-bye. Now our household has considerably reduced. Not. Alright. So we're going to scoot in. How did this go? Armed with quill sharper than any sword, Petfus II inspected every merchant's pouch twice before a single coin changed hands. Good. So he got pretty good. Oh, Petfus died. No. Petfus, your son, you're going to go to your dad's funeral. Oh, I'm trying to move, and it's like, oh, wonderful. Morgana, you can help with that. Oh, no, Morgana, you're dead, too. I forgot. I thought I sent Victoria to go do that. Oh, I just realized what I just did. Whoops. Oh, well, can't take it back. At the House Isahenwood court, while other maidens performed dreadful lute serenades, Morgana the Sixth boldly recited tax codes to impress Renala II. Apparently charmed by such riveting fiscal knowledge, Renala II wisely agreed to the engagement, securing Isahenwood a clever alliance. Oh, and her dad died. No. Quinn, you're going to go to that? I don't know if I have really many people to do that. Do you have anybody near you who's really good at this? Oh, you really good at that one? Not really. Wow, this is what I'm saying. Why I didn't want to get Maviva up. Okay, Rosawis, you are helpful. Okay. So who's gonna go to this feast? I'm gonna send the boys and another boy. Okay. We are losing so many of our people who were very good. It sucks. All right, after this year, we will end this episode because we've been going for a while. Let's start down here. So nothing happened at the funeral. What about this? A peaceful Nogarius II, 2 corpses later. Oh, jeez. As the crowd gathered, Nogarius II accepted the Baron's ring with hands so steady even the master of ceremonies yawned. Meanwhile, Benaria II recited a monologue about family honor, then promptly toppled into the ornamental fish pond forever, possibly poison. With Morgana V already cold and Nogarius II refusing even to squash a bug, nobody can deny this new Baron's commitment to serenity. And he is being given the other option, too. Malige, as the halls of the House Sapwood estate echoed with the screams of childbirth, Bene finally spelled a squalling bundle of joy at the legitimate son. Good job. Avagina, I'm going to have you go to that one. How did this go? As Merlin II graced the feast at House Feminwood's estate with their presence, their cautious demeanor and impeccable manners impressed the notoriously picky Krina. Good. Good job. Okay. Stop doing that, please. Zoe, you're going to help with that one. How did this go? Malige, with an ungodly amount of groaning and screaming. Maywis II had a difficult but successful delivery, giving birth to a healthy, legitimate boy. Good job. How did this funeral go? As mourners wept and a bumbling attendant tripped over their own robe, Petfist IV, Fifth Sapwood, Baron of Willowbrook, discreetly accepted a crate of turnips payment for services rendered. And now we have, let's see, so we have wit. Oops, going in the wrong stats. Wit is very high. Wit is not very high. We need someone with high wit. Like, very high wit. Ooh, and that's pretty good. Gelmus might actually work too. I'm going to send you to do that. How did this go? Malige, with an uncanny knack for outmaneuvering Krenina, Maviva II, First Sapwood Baroness of Black Cliff, led a daring midnight charge, forcing House Germasap to scamper off after losing most of their banners and a soldier or two. House Sapwood parted with a purse of gold, bribing a local mapmaker who couldn't read maps. Once again, what is with this mapmaker? After Lulasia V valiantly patched up a wounded House Winchester standard bearer using nothing but a crust of bread and a muddy rag, whispers of cautious approval began to slither through the ranks of House Winchester. After Esmond II heroically led a detour straight into a swamp, the trust of House Winchester and House Esmerwood seems to have sunk lower than their boots. Okay. Intriguing. I think because they were in there. With a checklist clutched in one hand and a birthing stool in the other, Lisa Sapwood ushered a legitimate girl into the world while correcting every midwife's towel fold. Geoffrey III looked on, beaming and entirely unnecessary to the proceedings. So we now have Elisa II. Yay! Good job. Pagasa, you can help them with that. That's fabulous. Help them give birth to a new generation. Alright, so we have this. We need to get to our titled individuals. So I'm going to do Venlomius to go help with that. And we have a Ailman. Now we only have a House Salister because we have House Esmerwood, which is what it left off, and House Linnewood. Oof. It's not very good. I'm going to send Patrick to go see if that works. So, Ailman. Pretty good stats. Do we have anyone over here? Ooh, Victoria would be perfect. Or Persephone. No one's been married in this family, technically. Well, she's currently in the midst of it. I'm going to give it to Victoria and have Merlin go with and chaperone. Okay. Oh, wait. I gotta remember. I did say I was going to stop. Okay. So, this is our family tree now. It's gotten longer. We did lose some of the family tree to House Esmerwood, who left off, I believe, Esmond's line. We have Lu Ning Ning left off with her line. don't know. She was a twin. She does have kids. I don't know how far it went down. So, Paisa, Fem, Johangar, Germandict. So we've lost quite a few. We only have a House Salister as a one that isn't technically part of our line left, but it is what it is. But anyways, thank you guys so much for joining me. We got pretty far in this one. We got quite a bit going on. But thank you guys so much for joining me. If you guys enjoy the video, please give it a thumbs up. If you guys enjoy my content and you aren't subscribed, please feel free to subscribe. It's free and it really does help me out. My next goal is possibly to get to 500, I would like, but you know, it's a long ways away, but I'm still pushing for it, hoping for it too. So thank you guys so much for joining me, and I hope to see you guys next time. I hope you guys have a wonderful day wherever you are in the world, and I hope this heat wave doesn't kill you all because it is brutal. I live in Texas, so it can be tough. But I hope to see you guys again next time. Bye.